we have been waiting. The most important moment in the life of creation is today, when people are seeking and Sahaja Yoga is manifesting on a mass scale. This is such a fortunate thing that you are seekers of ages gathered here, and that Sahaja Yoga has come to you as a blessing of the divine, because divine itself is anxious to manifest it. But people who come to me are of different levels. Some are mediocres, some are absolutely base. Those who are absolutely base will say, Mother, what about my job? I have applied for it. Or maybe something little better. Or some people can say, Mother, I am not well, this, that. All right, that also can be done. But those who are of a very high quality, whatever may be their problems, whatever they have done so-called sins, is all forgiven completely. Believe, not to feel guilty at all. In Sahaja Yoga, the first mantra one has to say, Mother, I am not guilty, 3 times at least. So one has to understand that you are ready for it, you are glorified for it, and you have to get it. You don't have to say, what have I done? I have had so many mistakes on my account. Nothing of the kind. I am here like a banker. I have to cash your checks and you will get it. No doubt. You don't know how much money you have in the bank, do you? I know it. So you don't judge yourself. You leave it to me to judge. It's my judgment. And then when it happens, if you have pure intelligence, you will understand this is what it is. And you have to settle down with it. Of course, you can't pay for it. I mean, it's all absurd ideas. We can pay for it, how long we have to say it. There should be an organization. We have no organization, you know it very well. We cannot organize God. We cannot organize these things. We don't even have membership, nothing of the kind. Of course, we keep your list, because if you have any programs, we inform you. That's a different thing. Moreover, in Sahaja Yoga, everybody is not exposed to the complete thing. Is not exposed. First, they are given realization, then they are weighed, how far they are. Then gradually, when they grow up, they receive higher truths. Because sometimes they can be shocked. It's not easy to bear the truth. Sometimes it's very difficult. Like I told them once that there is no difference between what Christ has taught and what Krishna has said. On the contrary, Krishna said that you cannot be destroyed. The spirit cannot be destroyed by anything, and that was proved by Christ. And all the Hindus were about to kill me. They couldn't bear it. But if I say something about Krishna, all the Christians will be there to criticize me. So it's a big problem. You see, if you talk to them about Krishna, the Christians don't like it. If you talk about Christ, the Hindus don't like it. If you talk about Sikhism, the Muslims do not like it. And if you talk about Muhammad Sahib, the Sikhs don't like it. I am not here to please anyone. I am here to tell you the truth about them, that they are all one, and like fools and stupid people who are fighting each other. There is no difference between them. They are all one, absolutely one. Such a concord and such a understanding exists between them that you cannot separate them. They are so one with each other as the moonlight is with moon or sunlight is with sun. It's only our ignorance makes that kind of allegation against them. And this you will realize in Sahaja Yoga itself. It will be proved by the ascendance of your awareness through your Kundalini. It will be proved that whatever I am saying will be proved scientifically. Because the Kundalini, when she rises and it stops, you have to get over your mythical ideas, otherwise it won't rise. You yourself will learn gradually that what I am saying is the truth. Whatever I am saying about Muhammad Sahib is the truth, and you will learn it. We have had enough of fights, we have had enough of nonsense. See now what's happening is these Israelis are killing the PLOs and all this. Do you think by killing them, they are going to achieve God? These false ideas all have to go. We have to become universal beings. You become that. Whether somebody is a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian or anything, when you become a universal being, you can feel the person where he is on your fingers. Christ has said your hands will speak. Your hands will speak. We don't have to challenge any scriptures. We have to see the inner light in all what is described, which is making us separated, is actually the uniting factor. The diversity has such a beautiful unity within us. But that only can be seen by the raising of the Kundalini. There's no way out. Because when the Kundalini rises, the integration takes place and you start seeing it as an actual experience. I hope you have understood what I have said. But arguments are not going to give you realization. It has to happen. It doesn't matter, you may be the crown prince, or you may be the king, or you may be anything. Makes no difference. It's your individual happening that has to take place. This is your individual mother within you. This is the Ruh I'm talking about. Just by ritualism, you cannot achieve God. You have to be connected with God. For all the people of the world who understand and who think, it is important to know that there must be a truth which we can actualize. It is being promised in all the religions and scriptures, and it has to happen. May God bless you all. I would like to have some questions from you. If possible, I'll try to answer them. Please ask me some questions, it will be a good idea. Again I say I'm sorry for coming late, but you understand the way you had jammed the traffic. Yes, please?
Could you compare your yoga with Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga?
Oh, I'll tell you about that. Thank you. It's a very good question. It's about Hatha Yoga and Raja. Now the modern Hatha Yoga is something I just don't understand. But Patanjali Shastra, the one who has written Hatha, that is Hatha is nothing but your these two nadis which these must have described to you. And there are Ashtangas, means there are 8 aspects of Hatha Yoga according to Patanjali who has written it. The most important and the primordial and the first one is Ishvara Pranidhana, means the establishment of God within you. Now in these acrobatic things that we do, we have no idea of God, we never talk of it. Forget about God, only you have to thin down, that's all. Because they all want to be actors and actresses, you see. They don't want to be yogis. It's a different style of things. It was Ishvara Pranidhana. First you must get your realization. Out of these 8, one is Yama Niyama. In the Niyama, there's only one for physical exercises. That too, depending on where the Kundalini is. We also use Hatha Yoga in a way. Supposing Kundalini is stopping at a point, at a certain center, due to physical problem, we do a little asanas which are necessary or some exercise to do it. But that's a very different thing. Modern Hatha Yoga is like this, that supposing I have to come from London to Birmingham, alright? I don't start my car, nothing, but I turn it to the left and the right, standing there, static, you see. And I think I've reached Birmingham. Only I have the map, I'll go right, left. Or even worse than that, I would give an analogy. It is like taking all the medicines together without knowing what disease you have got. It's very indiscriminate. None of these teachers have realization. How will they understand the importance of Hatha Yoga? I don't understand. In India, a guru is the person who is a realized soul. He could be a Muslim, he could be Hindu, he could be anyone. But he has to be a realized soul to begin with. Brahmin is a realized soul. Now these days the Brahmins can be kept as cooks. So the whole concept is so superficial, today's Hatha Yoga. Then Raja Yoga is now. So you understand, Hatha Yoga is a thing. The beginning of Hatha Yoga starts with Sahaja Yoga, where it is established. But Hatha Yoga is a subsidiary thing. Wherever we need, we can use it. Wherever we need the part of it, we use it. The second part is the Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is another misconception people have got. That when the Kundalini rises, you must see this is a tremendous happening that takes place in the Kundalini, rising from that upwards. It's not towards the gravity, it's moving upwards. So to happen this, there must be some happenings taking place. For example, when it rises suddenly, you see, when it crosses the second center, it goes into a kind of a augmentation there, so the Kundalini doesn't fall off. That is called as bandhas. These bandhas, this is the augmentation, we can say the closing of it. Then it goes higher, it starts closing this. It comes to the Vishuddhi Chakra, there the all energy has to be brought into play. So there's a kechari happens, that the tongue little bit put in. But you won't feel anything, it's so fast, it's so quick you won't feel it. I mean, I cannot give another analogy like that, that even if you say Concord, I mean, you do feel something about it. But supposing if you have a plane that you just board in and you are there, it's a split of a second, the Kundalini can just shoot off. So you don't feel any of these things. Like the whole earth is so big, but you don't see that it's round. The circumference, in relation to thing that you see, is so small that you don't see it's round. In the same way, the Sahaja Yoga is such a quick method of Kundalini rising. I mean, there's no other method. But today's Sahaja Yoga, I should say, is so fast that you don't feel anything, but happens. Your eyes also get dilated.